Hey guys, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.
Hey guys, if you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're already a subscriber, thanks for returning. I'm Layla Singh Maddox, aka Wicked Beauty, and guess what guys? You probably guessed it by now. I finally got my tattoo. It's kind of dark right now because it's still in its healing stages and it's fresh. It's a butterfly with roses that goes all the way around, and it was the mother of all tattoos, let me tell you. It really hurt like hell, but I am so glad that I got it. It was something that I wanted for a while now, and I love it. So I'm gonna drop in the description box my tattoo artist. His name is Scooby. Shout out to Mystery Ink. And I want to know if you guys like it or not. Drop me a comment, let me know. I want to get into the story with Shanquella Robinson, the young lady who was killed over in Mexico by her friends. There's a lot of stories going on already on YouTube, so I'm not going to do a deep dive into this, but I do want to voice my opinion and state some facts that we know so far. And there's one thing that no one ever really truly thought about in this case, and we're going to discuss that. It's regarding Daejhanae Jackson, the young lady that we see in the viral video of her actually beating Shanquella. There's been reports of her being transgender. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but Mexico definitely have their facts incorrect. Daejhanae Jackson is not a transgender. She was born female. That's one of the descriptions that Mexico authorities had, put out there. I don't know if they got it from the internet. Some people are saying that because she took her wig off and they kept seeing her take her wig on and off, that she was a transgender, which is absurd. But hey, anything's possible. I guess Mexico is not familiar with the way Americans fashion their hair. I don't know why they put out there that she's a transgender. There was somebody out on social media who did like a, what do you call it? A Photoshop of Daejhanae wearing the same outfit, same background, same smile, same everything. Somebody photoshopped her picture and took her hair off, and it appeared that she was a man. So someone out there on social media put that out and everybody ran with that. There's lots of unfactual statements being made on social media and everybody is running with it. We don't know what's going on with the case. The FBI will not discuss that case with anybody or anybody that's of a public nature. So no one knows what's going on with this case. So what's happening is everyone is taking bits and pieces of gossip and putting together their own opinions and their own stories. And a lot of people are on here over and over and over, just keep discussing the case over and over and over. It's the same YouTubers, and they're not contributing any new updated facts on it. They're just dragging it out. A few YouTubers are on here joking and laughing, and which I think is very unprofessional. It's immature, disrespectful to the dead, disrespectful to Shanquella and her family, her friends. And this is not a laughing matter. People are on here mocking the transgender situation, running with that, making jokes and memes about it, and it's not funny at all. So Daejhanae Jackson, as we know, was born a female. She's not transgender. And like I said, not that there's anything wrong with that, but the one thing that no one ever thought about was when it was said that when they catch up with Daejhanae, which she's not in custody, that was another lie, when they catch up with Daejhanae, they're going to charge her with femicide. Now, I don't know if you guys know what femicide means, but it means in Mexico when a woman is murdered due to the fact that she is a woman by the hands of a man. So how can they charge Daejhanae with femicide? She's not a man. So because of the unfactual description that was put out there regarding Daejhanae Jackson, they put out there originally when his story broke that she was transgender, which means she would have to have been born a man. So that's how she would be charged with femicide, because if she's a man, she would have been responsible for the death of Shanquella. And like I said, the definition of femicide would be when a woman is murdered due to her gender through the hands of a man. So that doesn't make sense. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Or are they going to just charge her with just murder, period, without the femicide, being that she's not born a man? Are you guys following me on this? So far, everything that I've been seeing through the media and through social media and anything dealing with this case, no one's addressed the potential femicide. You know, no one's addressed why that hasn't been corrected. We know now that she's not transgender, but they're still insisting that they're going to charge her with femicide, which, like I said, I'm not sure how that's going to work out when Daejhanae Jackson is born female. So let's talk about some of the facts of the case that we know so far. And these are facts that you can do a fact check on before you report on. Number one, we do know that Mexico have issued, the authorities have issued an arrest warrant. They don't say who's on the arrest warrant. There's no names on the arrest warrant. They're not sharing that with the public or sharing it with anyone. The paperwork has been done for that. That we do know. Okay? As far as people saying that Daejhanae Jackson is in the USA waiting to be extradited, is another fact that can be checked. It's false. No one has been arrested in this case yet. I don't know who put it out there, why people are saying that Daejhanae was arrested, but she has not been arrested. She's still on the run, along with the other Cabo 5, which is actually Cabo 6, but no one has been arrested yet. The FBI, number two, the FBI did make a statement that they are investigating the death of Shanquella Robinson and that it's definitely an ongoing investigation. The FBI, like I said, they're not going to put out their sources, their facts. It will definitely hinder their investigation. Fact number three. We know that there is a police report out there of when Shanquella Robinson was found. Even though there's discrepancies between the police report and fact number four, an autopsy. The police report does not match the autopsy. We know that now. The time of death does not match the police report, the autopsy, or the maid's statement. Nothing's matching up. So we have this investigator from Mexico named Gerardo Zuniga, and he's been doing interviews and putting out information, and it's not adding up at all. So one of the things he was reported saying was the maid found her and that she had to be dead between 7 a.m. and noon. The maid made a statement weeks and weeks later that when she found Shanquella, she was cold to the touch and already hard. But yet he's stating that a medical team arrived around 3:15ish, and they did 14 rounds of CPR and life-saving efforts. So my question is, and I'm a nurse. Okay, so how and why are they spent 4 hours trying to revive her and they did 14 rounds of CPR on a person that supposedly had passed away between 7 a.m. and noon? They didn't come until 3, and then they're saying that they worked on her for 4 hours? That's just unheard of. No one does CPR for 4 hours. An hour, yeah. I'm a nurse, so I'm speaking from experience. An hour, yeah. 4 hours? That's bullshit. She didn't get to the morgue till 6. So the time frames are not adding up. Nothing's making sense with what the maid said. This is the information that Geraldo's put out there. It's just not making sense at all from a medical point of view. It just doesn't make sense to me. And how did they not notice her bruises in her eyes and her lip? Even Nazir stated that he noticed the bruises on her face, her eye being bloodshot, the cut on her lip, the condition of her face overall in general. Even he noticed it. So what I don't understand is, how are you part of an emergency team to assist victims or people that need emergency help, and you not recognize any signs of abuse, bruising, any type of trauma to a person's face? There's darker people than Shanquella that live in Mexico. So that's not making any sense. And then they're still trying to blame the fact that her friend supposedly told them that it was alcohol poisoning. Just none of it is just making sense to me. And Geraldo should stop putting out information if he's not willing and able to do a fact check. Everybody, swears upon this man. He's like the guru of cases or whatever, but I just feel as though he should keep his mouth shut if he doesn't know all the facts. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. And I mean, the same goes for all the social media YouTubers and bloggers. If you guys don't know what's going on, stop gathering gossip and rumor and what you are picking up from other people, and you're not doing fact checks and making up your own story. Just stop. It has to stop. Do a fact check is all I'm saying. Geraldo, Zonega, cállate la boca. Okay? Stop it. Don't do that. You're not helping the case. But if you want to help the family, you can go to change.org, Justice for Shanquella Robinson. As of right now, they have about 35,000 signatures. You could sign a petition for the investigation in the death of Shanquella Robinson. There's also a GoFundMe that they still have going on. As you know, that helped with her funeral expenses. It can also help towards her family possibly needing to travel to Mexico if there is a trial. This is going to be expensive for her family and friends. So there's a lot of things that could be done with that money, grief counseling, and just make sure that you donate to the right GoFundMe. There's another or a few GoFundMes that are out there that are not from her family. Don't donate to them. This fundraiser, GoFundMe, is organized from her sister, Quilla Long. So if you don't see Quilla Long on there with at least with the donation of over 275,000, last that I remember that I checked a few weeks ago, it was about $275,000 on there. I'm sure there's more in there now. If you don't see that specific GoFundMe organized by Quilla Long, don't contribute to that. That's not the right GoFundMe. There's a lot of evil people out here that are trying to make money off of this. People are out here trying to get clout from this, which is sickening to me. She had an ex-boyfriend that did interviews, and it's not even her current boyfriend. Quilla's current boyfriend has not made any statements, is not on social media. So the guy that you saw at the funeral, I think he was wearing either pink or red. That's not her current boyfriend making all these statements and making wrong accusations. He was another one that put out there that Daejhanae was captured and waiting for extradition. There's people on here that are doing psychic readings and tarot readings for the Cabo 6 and for Shanquella, saying that they channeled in on Shanquella. You guys need to stop this. For real. Like, it's such disrespect. Like, really. I do want to shout out to Nancy Grace, who covered this and did her thing on it, honey. Chronicle Speaks, who's always on point. Vel B, Petty T Blog. There's another girl that does good reporting. Gossip Girl, XOXO. You guys have done a phenomenal job with keeping us updated on what's facts and what's rumor and gossip. So kudos to you guys. If you guys haven't caught the Nancy Grace coverage on this, you guys got to go see it. Nancy Grace did her thing on that. And you normally, Nancy Grace is hard. She go hard with her shit. This case didn't get as much coverage as I thought it would. We all know the story of Natalie Holloway. That got huge coverage on all platforms. Typical beautiful white girl goes missing. It's always in the media taking over all the other media and news coverage. Kudos to some of the news outlets that did cover Shanquella's case. We need more black media outlets on YouTube to cover our people cases. It's important that we're heard, because we all know lots of times, black people go missing or black girls go missing. It's talked about, but it doesn't stay relevant. So kudos to everyone who have been helping with the phone calls and the concerns. To all those who have been signing the petition, people that attended the funeral, everyone that's helping this case to be relevant, without the drama, without the speculation, the lies. Just like everybody's speculating that they were all jealous of her. That could be possible. But something happened that night because they were all having a good time. Something else is more to this story. Something else went down of why Shanquella was killed. I think it's a little bit more than jealousy, and we're all making speculations of why this happened to this beautiful girl. So before you put information out there, my message to you all is make sure you can do a fact check. That's all. If you're a YouTube vlogger or a person that's putting out their information or covering cases, and you made a mistake, because we're human, we make mistakes, put out there that you made a mistake. Correct your mistake. Correct yourself. That's the right thing to do. To prevent that from even happening, stop putting out information to begin with that you can't do a fact check on. You're doing a disservice to the dead. It's disrespectful, and The last thing we need is people putting out things that are not true in general. Rest in peace to Shanquella Robinson.
Thanks for watching.